It's funny, like, there was a mob going on the way to Hancock's house.
Wow.
And he, like, always feared this. He's like, oh, like, they're mad at me right now. And then they ended up coming to, like, celebrate him because, like, they liked that he was going against the British. And so he's like, oh, party at mine.
Nice.
And then he threw this huge party and, like, opened up all these, like, cases of wine. And then they called him, like, King Hancock.
Wow.
From then on.
Well, no wonder he signed it so big.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he's probably hammered.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
He hides all his British flags. I'll be right back. He goes upstairs.
These are for burning.
Washes them.
He has shirtless aristocrat by the month calendars. What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Overshadowed, the only podcast that covers the siblings and spouses of people who changed the world. Welcome to the new studio.
Yeah, it looks great.
The basement
Beautiful.
studio. It took me 10 hours, I think, of yelling, and I did film it all, so I'm going to put up a little time-lapse thing.
So what happened? You got wallpaper thinking it was going to be easy, and then it turned out to be hard?
Yep, that's basically the beginning and the end of the story.
Nice.
This is you? This is all you?
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
And our guest today, who is complimenting our wallpaper, which is why I'll introduce him. That was your cue. Harshil Shukla, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, man. Today we're covering John and Sam Adams, which when I initially asked you to do the podcast, I don't know if you picked up on this, but I was like, yeah, man, anything from like your childhood, any type of maybe gods that we don't know about.
Shiva's
like,
brother.
He's
Let me tell you about him.
He's like,
He was an
Sam
accountant.
Adams?
Not many people knew.
Yeah.
He didn't like the whole
Why
God
does he
thing.
get to be the destruction god? I'm the math god. Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Hers was like, yeah, I want American Revolution.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we'll do it.
Just leaning into it.
Yeah, well, you are a lawyer.
Yes.
So is that what?
Indeed.
Well, I guess what sparked your interest in Sam and or John Adams?
Well, honestly, I was thinking about like brown people from history too, but I feel like if I were to do that and someone like were to see me like shitting on Gandhi or something,
sure.
they'd get like death threats and shit.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
was like, I
Quick with
can't-
the
You don't
death
think you're gonna get
threats.
death
They're
threats?
quick with them.
Yeah.
We're quick.
They're
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
You don't think you're gonna get death threats from this episode?
I might, but it'd be like I'd feel,
get
like
a few.
like an American getting death threats. you know,
Yeah.
like I feel proud. Yeah, I just think John Adams is like such an interesting person in history because like we all like think George and Tom are so hot and cool, and John is just kind of this fat fuck that like no one liked. I think that's funny.
Yeah, it is funny that he was a loser.
He was a loser. And his cousin was hot and cool.
Did you see any of the HBO clips? Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I watched the whole show before, and then I watched some of like my favorite clips recently.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, Paul Giamatti's great.
Yeah.
I like Paul Giamatti.
Yeah,
He looks like a Frenchie.
He did have one. He did have one sick.
does.
He did have one sick line that I liked when he was talking to the French. He was like, "I have to study war so that my son can study agriculture, so that his son has the right and the privilege to enjoy music."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
deep.
that's why I don't like music.
Yeah.
That's the town.
Because we're way far behind you guys.
Yeah.
It's so funny in the movie too, which I don't know. It's probably a little exaggerated, but everyone in I guess they're in Versailles is in like the white. They're in whiteface.
Yeah.
They look like mimes.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And the wigs.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whiter the better. Herschel, thanks for
You have
joining
any
us.
makeup, by the way?
Yeah, sorry, we didn't have
Yeah,
time.
you'll learn that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
funny
makeup's,
enough.
makeup second episode.
Okay.
Then we'll cover you up.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could start with like who is more overshadowed, John or Sam Adams? Because John Adams was the second president, so perhaps in history is more popular. But in terms of where I'm coming from, I knew way more about Sam Adams. I've seen him a lot more. Or I guess I haven't seen him. I've seen Paul Revere because Sam Adams isn't even on his own
Oh,
beer.
that's not Sam?
You didn't know? No,
No.
dude. Apparently he's so ugly that people thought beer sales were going to tank if he was the face
Wow.
of the beer.
Yeah, it was probably-
so it's
So they got this little twink named Paul Revere.
Yeah.
yeah with the with
I hope Paul
With, like,
Revere
1700s
did have a
flow.
gay voice, by the way. If
Yeah.
he was like, they're coming. That would
They're
be-
coming now.
Yeah.
I said 2 lights. That means they're here on foot.
Guys, drop everything. We gotta go.
I didn't know it was Paul though. I just assumed that was Sammy.
I think
Yeah.
what happened is the guy who founded, because he said he named the beer after the independent spirit of Sam Adams. Then I think he wanted to double America it up and put Paul Revere as the guy riding as the
Wow.
logo. I think he wanted to onion it with freedom.
Yeah.
the independent spirit. Is that what you feel when you drink a Sam Adams?
Oh yeah.
It tastes like soggy tea.
It's not a well enjoyed. Nobody's ever like get
People
me
like
a-
Sam Adams, right?
Really? You
I think in New England. I think it's more of a regional thing.
Okay.
Probably because of the spirit.
But it's a national beer.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think it's doing too good.
I've never heard somebody order a Sam Adams. But do you think you go up to most people and say, who's John Adams? And they would say the second president?
I had to relearn. I didn't know he was the president.
Did you know he was the
Maybe
first?
that reflects more on me than John Adams. But I didn't know. I knew Sam was the beer guy, and I guess I didn't really know. That was really all I knew.
But would you know Sam?
It's crazy.
At all?
I do a
You wouldn't know
history
Sam without
podcast.
the beer, right? Nobody
Right.
would know
Yeah,
Sam
no,
without the beer.
Yeah.
It's only that if there was a pizza, John Adams Pizza Gin, that we'd know more about John Adams. But
Yeah.
without the beer, I wouldn't have known anything about Sam Adams.
No.
I didn't know
That's
John
true.
was the first VP, too.
Yeah, first vice president.
Oh, to GW?
Yeah.
G-dubs.
Also, I learned this about the first VP ever, John Adams, also wrote about it and said it was the most miserable position ever invented.
Oh, yeah.
And that it was more ceremonial than anything else, which is what it is
It's still,
today.
it's still that.
It's
Yeah.
so funny that even the first vice president, he must have been so excited to be like, me and George, we're the leaders of the new country. George, what should I do? And he's like, could you stop by Trader Joe's on your way home?
There's a scene from the miniseries where like it's like the cabinet and John Adams is there and they're like all chatting and John Adams is like really excited to like get down to business and G-Dubs is like, well, this is a cabinet meeting, so John, and he's like, fuck, and he has to like leave. He has to leave, and
But
the
I'm
rest
the
of them
You're more of a bedside table guy.
Yeah.
This is
Why
for
don't you-
the real cabinet.
Why don't you just go read to the sick kids?
yeah. Make a stop by the injured massacre folks. See how they're doing.
Yeah, but I knew more about Sam. Did you guys feel
What
like
did you know about Sam Pryor? Richard
Pryor's
cousin,
brother? Yeah.
The next Overshadowed podcast
I don't know. I feel like I've
about
learned-
Sam Pryor.
I feel like I learned about the American Revolution so much that it almost had a counter effect where I don't know a lot about it. I forgot all this shit because I learned it so much I just didn't care.
Yeah, when it came to John Adams and like history, social studies, big focus on G-Dubs, big focus on TJ, Thomas Jefferson, and then with John Adams, I was like, he was fat and he was the vice president, and then you just kind of skip over him. But he was like a very smart, kind of misunderstood dude, which is why I think he's like interested. Like I think that's why they made that miniseries about him because he's like really smart, but a little bit like too much of a tryhard, and no one really liked him.
Yeah.
Tryhard is a great way to describe him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, dude,
I think we talked
John.
about it a little bit in the Ben Franklin episode when Ben Franklin went to France and everybody loved him because he really leaned into like the roughneck, coonskin hat, wilderness American guy. And then John Adams came in which is more respected because that's what they think America is. And then John Adams comes in trying to be like a government representative. And they're like, you guys are like 3 years old.
Yeah.
You don't
yeah,
respect
yeah.
your government.
Yeah, they're like, wear a
You're
cowboy
still
hat, shoot into the
yourselves.
sky,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Show me some alligators you skinned.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's how I respect you.
Yeah.
I read that John would wear, and I think maybe you read differently, but it's like a long fur coat. Yeah.
Try to be like fancy.
Is
Yeah, I
that
think
just
that was
all
the-
around town?
I think that was his style. Was he tried to wear like a long fur coat
like
and
Hasidic, like summer,
yeah, and a big, yeah.
spring, yeah.
You know they tape fans to those jackets in the summer.
Oh, that makes sense. They're not for sale.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
So you think if there's
they're just
enough
controlling the weather internally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that got misconstrued.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Controlling their own weather.
well,
Yeah, there's a typo. Our weather.
yeah, it's our weather.
if
Dude.
1,000 of them open up their jackets at once, then it can.
Yeah, it's
Right,
like
that has
the
an
up,
effect.
the house floats.
yeah. Link arms, brothers. But yeah, John Adams was like that though. Like he also was the one like when it was being decided like what to call the president. Like when he was still vice president, he was like he like came up with like a brainstorm. Like he showed up to the meeting. He's like, I've got like His Excellency, like His Holiness, and all these other like badass rugged Americans were like, no, dude. The whole point is like we don't want to be like these people. And then
Coolest guy ever.
yeah, like oh, Mr. Cool Guy,
Daddy business, Papa country.
really hot soldier guy. Yeah, but then Jefferson or
Viceroy of my heart.
yeah, but then they're all like, nah, dude, let's not do that. And then Washington was like, well, if a president if that's what we call like the leader of like a cricket club. Why not just like call that the leader of the
Oh,
country?
isn't
that's
it-
where
Wow.
president came from.
Isn't
Wow.
From
Mr.
cricket?
President? Mr. President, yeah.
Huh.
And that's why they just call him Mr. President, which
And-
sounds like a toddler came up with
Yeah.
that, like, oh, Mr. President, sir.
Yeah.
But that's what we go by.
I also I remember learning somewhere that president is it means you preside.
Yeah,
One-
you preside
one who
over,
presides,
right?
It's so you're like there and watching, but you're not necessarily like in control. You're just the one presiding for now.
Oh.
You're kind of like the the groundskeeper.
Lifeguard.
Yeah, you're the lifeguard of the
sense
country
then.
for now.
It came from cricket,
And
so that makes
lifeguards,
Yeah.
as we all know, derive their power from the people in the pool.
Yeah.
sense. Oh,
Yeah,
there it is.
They derive their power from the people
Yeah.
until adults swim, and that's when they become
In the water.
That's when they
is-
become tyrants for 5 minutes out of the hour. This is my pool.
Yeah. Everybody out.
Pool tax.
Yeah.
No running.
You're gonna be
tax.
charged if you run.
Yep, give me $5 running tax.
If John is the cool tryhard, I think before we get into this, Sam is this wacky. I was talking to Herschel about this, and like this wackadoo genius who lucked out that we were going through a revolution because it was the only thing that he was good at was politics.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He seemed like the type of guy who can take a startup and get it to $1 billion company,
Yeah.
but then he can't manage it. He
Yeah.
can't do
Yes.
any of that. Yeah, he was a failure and for the first 41 years of his life, which is why I look up to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, just a long running start. No problem.
There's
Yeah.
still hope for all of us.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really good at just doing the revolution, which thank God that came along. That's got to be nice to be like, kind of floundering and then some big social cause comes along
It was
and
perfect timing.
inserts you into history in a huge way.
And then also outside of that, his personal life is in shambles.
Yeah, he was born rich, right? Like
Yes.
he was born in the wealthy. Like his dad was very wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could get into his early life. I mean, he was one of 3 kids of 12. 3 survived of 12, and he was one of that
word.
3. So
Jeez.
he was a winner to start with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With not dying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was an accomplishment.
Yeah, his dad was. How did his dad get his? Well, his dad was a politician, right? He was on the Boston Town Hall, Boston Town
word.
Council,
Okay.
something like that.
I don't think. Sure.
Deacon Adams was his dad.
Okay. Goes to Harvard.
Yep, big Puritan.
They said he's the last Puritan. He
Really?
upheld the Puritan values all the way through.
Last guy.
Yeah.
And he closed the door.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's all fucking non-binary from here on
Yeah.
out. I'll tell you what, there wouldn't be drag queens teaching our kids in school if Sam Adams was still around.
So he gets out of Harvard. He immediately gets a job. Was he first a clerk?
He was
and
a
then
clerk.
He bombs at that. He goes
Bombs
back to his
clerkhood.
dad's. Like, okay, what's going on here? Why don't you come over to the brewery? Right? He goes clerk
Malt
to
house.
Yeah, brewery / malt house. Right? That fails.
Just a malt house.
Oh, really? I've read both, but whatever it
I
is.
thought they were just maltsters.
They
They
that's
made
what
Whoppers.
I thought that. I thought that too, but I couldn't. I only kept finding that his dad.
They had
was
Whopper
like-
money.
Yeah, the big Whoppers.
We
Yeah.
come from Wappa, see?
Yeah, that's why Sam was so ugly. His mouth was always full.
full of
Full of Whoppers. He had chocolate stains around his lips.
You hear Sam's giving a speech? The
Oh.
Whopper man?
Old black lips? I would love to go. He didn't care about money.
Well, because he wasn't good at making
it.
any.
You think he didn't care because he wasn't good?
Yeah, I think that
One
was
of
an
those
affront.
It was like the perfect time.
He's like,
right?
oh,
Yeah.
I hate money.
Yeah.
I never
Oh,
wanted
money
it.
sucks, dude.
Yeah.
money's
Fuck
so
the
lame.
Brits.
Yeah. It's like, I don't care about football because I can't throw a spiral.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know? Also hate sex.
Can you? How's your spiral?
Oh, it's perfect. I just did it for the joke.
Whoa.
Test me.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Holy
it's really
shit.
bad.
I was gonna say you can do a good frisbee. I think.
Yeah,
as I
no, I'm
recall.
really good at every sport. I just did it for the joke. Cut this out. Cut this out. It is
If
funny
Heather
when
hears this, she'll dump me.
when I do go to my girlfriend's really athletic, and when we do go to the park, sometimes we do go to play football, and I'll be like, "Puh," and it's like kind of a spiral, and Heather will just beam one like
Yeah.
across the
We
water.
probably shouldn't make that noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
It helps me throw, babe.
I have to like take a train across the East River, and she bombs it across the water. I'm like, ow.
What about you? How's your spiral?
It's also perfect. Yeah,
Mine's really
for sure.
bad.
No, it's bad. Mine's
The
bad.
only one I'm being honest here.
I can throw a frisbee good. That's it.
It's like a roll of the dice with the frisbee.
Okay.
And I
Do you
feel
do this? Do you do this move?
No, I can't do
That's
that. I'm not
tough.
that cool. I feel like those guys also. Do you do that?
Sometimes.
Okay.
give it a shot. Give it a try.
Oh yeah,
That's the
right
worst.
here?
That's the heaviest frisbee ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a.
It's a yarn?
This is a putter.
I also like how you were like, let's hang that up.
Well, it's something.
No,
It's
it is
nice.
something. That
It's
is true.
decorative.
It is a noun.
It's not nothing. And I feel like this wall needs something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of pictures up here.
I thought
That's
this
good.
was the "Don't Tread on Me" thing for the revolution.
Me
That's
too.
awesome.
That's what
I
thought
did
it was.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
that's why
people
I
to think of
bought it.
Zach like that.
Yeah, this is the loyalist flag. They're like, no, let's just stay together, dude. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it as one.
That used to be an old American flag too.
Yeah, this was.
yeah.
Fuck the rat queen.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, and that over there, just as we're doing the studio tour, that is Stephen Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's brother's Christian skateboarding graphic novel.
No way.
Yes,
Good.
way.
That's fascinating.
Spirit warriors. And if you open it up, which don't because it's all balanced there.
Okay.
It's all black and white. So they used all the color budget
Yeah,
on the cover,
it's
which
just
does
all there.
rock.
Yeah, it's
That is
very
a
The
cool
cool.
cover's
cover.
super cool. There's a kid in a wheelchair there too. It's very
It's gotta be.
It's very inclusive.
Very
Yeah.
non-ableist.
So yeah, sorry. So let's get back into Sam Adams and how he bombed the malting business.
Yeah, I think he drove it into debt and bankruptcy.
I think
don't
he
think
just made
could
a bunch of bad business decisions.
bunch of bad beer.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle a business. It just drove the company.
Yeah, he
into-
probably started like hosting, comedy shows next to the stills,
Yeah,
and inviting
yeah.
all of his
Burlesque
revolutionary
comedy.
friends.
You're on the show. You can have even a few more.
Yeah,
Just
keep
take
drinking.
'em.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Take a keg home.
Yeah, just tell your friends about
Open the
it. It's
register,
fine.
dude.
Yeah.
This money's new. It's gonna be around for. We're just gonna keep printing it.
People are like, how do you guys feel about this Governor Hutchinson? And he's like, shut it down.
Yeah.
No more malt. Yes, it's a huge misconception that Sam Adams was a brewer. He was a malter. And I know you read. I don't think that's true. Is that GPT telling you?
I read a bunch of stuff that just kept saying brewery. Like he inherited a brewery.
Oh,
Okay.
it was
Through his father.
it was a maltery
Okay.
that made malt. It's
Yeah. What was malt? Would you go and get malt and mix it with things?
yeah,
Or you just
malt is a
drinking malt
precursor.
liquor.
yeah, so
pre-
it's whiskey,
beer?
it's beer, it's like any kind of. It's like a sweet additive.
I just can't because also I read that that he like didn't care for money or clothes or anything, so he probably looked disheveled all the time. Are you gonna go to that guy to buy malt?
I guess you kind of trust a malter who looks like shit.
You smell
like
him.
he's working hard.
You got to smell him.
What do you is making
See how
malt
the-
a
see how he
labor-intensive
smells.
thing?
No idea. I think it was the bad business. I don't think it was like how the malting was happening. I think he was just making bad moves.
Pouring it into Ethereum.
Yeah, the bad investments, or like his dad gave him a $1,000 loan and he lent half of that to his friend.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Who never paid him back.
Ah.
Very cool.
This is related to him not caring about money. He was appointed to like tax collector in
Yes.
1756, I think. After he was a clerk for like 10 years or something, and his stance was no taxation. Period.
as a tax collector.
As a tax collector, yeah, very anti. So
That's actually my uncle was a postman. His motto was "fuck mail."
Yeah. Hail, no mail. Sleet, no mail. Rain, no fucking mail.
sun.
No
I want to go to
mail.
the park.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic that Sam Adams was the tax collector because he was so well liked because he didn't collect any taxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
So
is
funny.
hilarious. And then
That's
he
so
ended up
funny.
having to go get all of it back, which is a huge
Yeah.
blow.
He was on the hook for it.
He was on the hook for it.
The people who didn't.
I think he would
That's
like.
so funny
I
to
picture
me.
him knocking on people's door to be like, "Hey, taxes," and they're just like, "He's like, ah,
Yeah, don't
come
worry
on.
about it."
Yeah, it's cool."
Well,
Yeah.
also he's anti-taxes,
Right.
So they're like, no, and he's like, I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
I haven't paid mine. I'm trying to avoid the tax collector
Yeah.
coming after me.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
a
yeah.
job.
Yeah, exactly. You think I'm taking shit out of my own paycheck?
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
I think that's what like revolutionized him is because like he was bad at the job. And so he had to take the stance of
Oh,
anti-tax.
yeah, that's
He
funny.
was just like bad at it. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, taxes suck actually. No, I'm anti-taxes.
Yeah.
He's just bad at any regular job.
He's like, I am in some big debt. We got to
Yeah.
separate from this country.
Yeah, fuck these taxes.
By 1765, his account was more than 800 pounds in arrears,
Mm,
Damn.
which I didn't know that was a word. What does that mean?
weird. It's just like things that you owe. Things
Okay.
that
Is
you're
that a law
past due
term?
on. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a financial term
Financial.
that's used in law.
The town meeting was on the verge of bankruptcy. So the town meeting is just like the governmental body. It's not like a Parks and Rec situation. So it was on the verge of bankruptcy, and Adam was compelled to file suit against delinquent taxpayers, but many went uncollected. That would suck to be the guy who like lets you off from the taxes. It's like the dad buying the kid beer and then going back and being like, so I need the money and you need to spend a few nights in jail.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Is that okay?
Are we
You had
still
a pretty good time.
besties?
They're
Yeah.
really mad at me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still your favorite parent.
See you at dinner on Saturday, right?
In 1768, his political opponents used the situation to their advantage, obtaining a court judgment of 1,500 pounds against him. Adams' friends paid off some of the deficit, and the town meeting wrote off the remainder. By then, he had emerged as the leader of the Popular Party, and the embarrassing situation
Nice.
did not lessen his influence.
Well, I think the
of
peop-
course, it would help his influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes you popular for sure.
Yeah, they were just like, good guy got caught. What are you gonna do?
And
That's
it's like,
probably
this
why-
guy didn't pay taxes. And everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah.
We're doing what that guy did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wet T-shirt contest, just breaking out in the crowd.
Just spraying malt everywhere.
Yeah, of course. This is the last we got. My dad's so disappointed in me. I was trying to say ashamed that I
John
I
Adams,
couldn't pick
they're
a
like,
word.
oh, why can't I be him? He's so cool.
He's so cool. Yeah, they were so opposite. He was so well liked and such a leader of the people.
Yeah.
And John was just good with I don't know,
He was a great writer.
democracy.
Books,
Yeah.
reading,
Yeah, principles.
big into principles.
All that lame shit.
Love Shakespeare, too.
Actually, did you know Sam, which, by the way, he's the older cousin of John Adams. He's not his brother. Sam, sorry, guys, turn off the pod. We're liars. Sam got John into the revolution.
Yeah.
Like, he recruited him
Yeah.
and got him interested in democracy and equality under the law and representation.
It's interesting how they both like gained popularity in very different ways in the revolution. Like Sam Adams was like by being this like anti-tax, whether by accident or on purpose, like populist dude. And John Adams was like very principled, right? So like after the Boston Massacre happened, he defended the British soldiers that like actually killed like these Massachusetts.
Whoa.
Because he was like very, very strongly like everyone has a right to representation regardless of like how fucked up or heinous like whatever they did.
Wow, he's like, take a look at these 20 gloves.
Yeah.
Please, British soldiers, could you put those on?
Could you try shooting this musket?
Try it on, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, they can't shoot it.
He has
It's too
no idea how
heavy.
to shoot a musket.
Yeah. He can't even reload it.
Now try to kill this man.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah, so he was like defending them.
It'd
And
be
then
funny if he had OJ try to strangle someone and he's like, see?
Yeah.
His hands are weak.
He's old.
you can't
Yeah.
do it. He's not a running back anymore.
Yeah, R.I.P. I saw that too. I'm kind of on his side for that you should get a fair trial.
Yeah.
And they were just carrying out orders.
Yeah.
Did
and
he get flack for that?
So he did, and Sam and him kind of like got in a fight over it.
Of course.
Because like Sam was like, yo, dude, you know what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
I thought you were behind it. And he's like, yeah, well, you got him. The law is the law. And he's like, you're a fucking pussy, dude. Like, you have to pick sides right now.
Didn't they all all the townspeople made fun of and they like spit on the soldiers that were patrolling the city? They all had no regard for them whatsoever. Even though they had guns and bayonets, they would all make I think
What are you going to do?
Yeah, you going to shoot that thing?
Yeah.
Or are you going to go home and fuck the queen? I think that's what they said. It's a direct quote. Yeah.
Everyone's like, what?
Dude, no, trust me, guys. Just look at
That's what they do. That's a good
They
roast.
fuck the queen. The king watches.
It's going to hold up.
The king watches.
I think wasn't the Boston Massacre where it was like there was like 6 soldiers and then all the townspeople ganged up on them. Was
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They were all
I'd
like,
be so scared. If I was a soldier,
they had so much. Yeah, well, they.
I'd be like,
they
fucking fire, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. I was with a couple fucking loyalists right now, dude.
that was a whole
I
crowd.
don't know why my flag's right above me.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's pretty clear where I stand.
Yeah,
Yeah, so then they shot
Like, we
all
got to
these
keep the
people.
head on this serpent. I love the king.
Keep it on.
I think they
It's
killed.
my
What
pet
was it?
snake, George.
5 people died, right?
Yeah, including like kids. Like there was like an 11-year-old that died.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
was
my
like the
kid.
martyr that they
Yeah.
used for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're like, killed a child.
Yeah, of course, Sam Adams threw the kid in front of the building. He's like, we could use this.
yeah.
This is gonna be huge.
So we galvanize the movement. And there you go.
Yep. Trayvon! How could you?
But John did get like clout from doing that because they saw his like lawyer skills and they saw like how he argued. They're like, oh, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Pretty
I
good.
don't
at
like
this.
who you were fighting for, but I
Yeah.
like the way you
Like,
fight.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
And then then you're right. Sam Adams like made him join like the fucking delegation.
Mm-hmm. Well, the black delegation. Whenever I hear delegation, I just think
black
of the,
delegation selects.
the racial draft.
Yeah.
Who got Tiger Woods? Was it Whites?
I
I think the Whites got Tiger. Oh shit! I knew it. Molly told me that one was suspect.
Booby trap.
How's it looking down there? How's the hand look?
Bad.
Did we break another finger?
Yeah.
Yep.
Another
What's
finger?
left?
What do we
Oh
got?
no. It's just,
Just one
there.
finger.
No, this one.
Thumb?
Yeah,
Did it have a thumb?
it's right there.
It had 6 fingers.
It had 6 fingers?
There's that.
Unless that's the middle one, and you.
What's that? Oh, no, that's not a finger. That's just a chip. That's a separate chip.
Yeah.
Okay, he freaked me out for a sec. I'm like, what kind of hand is this?
yeah.
I would not have bought it.
Fuck the queen.
Okay, so we were talking. Yeah, we're talking taxes. And like Ben Franklin, Sam Adams wrote in the newspaper under pseudonyms.
Yeah.
To change public opinion about taxes.
I'm still thinking about the racial draft, by the way.
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
I think White's got Tiger Woods and Black's got Eminem in that episode.
I think the Black's got
Black's got Eminem.
The Black's got Tiger Woods because he says goodbye fried rice, hello fried chicken.
Oh yeah.
So it goes from Asian to black.
Nice.
Anyway, back to taxes.
What's happening? I was like, why is my computer going all nuts? My mouse is in my ass. That's why.
Yeah, she is. She's in all of ours, let me tell you.
Where's my queen? In my ass.
Oh yeah. This is what my point was. So like Ben Franklin, Sam, which by the way, did you know that people called him Sam as like a diss?
No.
Yeah, they were like Little Sam. They shortened his name. That's how lame people were back then. They're like, we'll call him Sam. That'll get
Samuel?
him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And some paper also wrote derisively about him. They called him Sam the Maltster. And that was like a twist of the knife, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know. There's so
Maybe
many.
lied.
Yeah, maybe because the business still failed.
I'm more than just that.
Yeah. Oh, I think he would walk
I'm
into
also a
places.
shitty tax collector.
Yeah.
Sam the tax man. But so, yeah, Sam was writing in newspapers to spread his ideas, and like Ben Franklin, used pseudonyms, which you have to if you were a former tax collector now railing against taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to be like, yeah, you're undercover, dude. We get it.
Yeah.
I'm not. He's like, no. Fuck the cops, right?
Yeah.
Taxes
You're a psyop.
suck. Right. It's like, obviously, we're not going to trust you. We're not going to go to your anti-tax meeting.
Right.
You know,
Well,
we're all going to show up, and you're going to tax us.
I think they
Does he
would
got
have
any
liked it more if he used his name because they loved him because he didn't collect taxes.
Maybe.
He hated taxes the whole time. He never collected it, and now he's coming out and being like, fuck this.
Well, there would have been a few conspiracy guys who are like, I tell you, man, you're going to go there and he's going to frisk you for sugar, stamps. You're going to walk out with a big tab after you meet up with old Sam the tax man.
He has a pigeon on him. They can listen to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pigeons were the old surveillance
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Ties a little thing in there, dude. Watch out.
But Ben Franklin's pseudonym, I love the pseudonyms.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin's was Silence Dogood, which is fun. But Sam Adams used some like Candidus and Vindex.
Sounds like an immigrant pronouncing Windex.
Oh, I thought it was how vampires clean their windows.
That's pretty good.
Vindex.
But no, I think those sound like dragons.
Oh, Candidus.
Vindex.
Candidus. Dracarys.
Right.
Yeah.
And then fucking Ben Franklin is like, bend over.
Yeah.
He's using like
This is terrible.
like a child
Silence
joke name.
do-gooder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought Sam Adams were a little more badass.
Yeah.
They're like Latin. Did you have some other pseudonyms that he
John
had?
Adams was lame. His was like
Obviously.
something plow jogger.
What?
Plow jogger was the
Plow
was the last
jogger?
name. Yeah, it was like something plow jogger. Look this up.
I thought that was an OnlyFans handle.
Yeah. Humphrey Plow Jogger.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was his
Plow jogger.
Plow Jogger. Yep. Yeah, that was him.
Humphrey Plowjogger?
Also,
Humphrey Plow Jogger.
a little lesser known one, Johnny Sins. was
John
also John
Sins.
Adams.
Nice.
John Adams wishes.
So taxes, pseudonyms. Should we go back to the outline? Do we have anything else we want to? Yeah, where are we in the structure?
Well,
of the
next up
episode?
would be the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, well, in the outline, yes. But I'm wondering if just we want to talk about the Stamp Act or anything.
I think
or
there could potentially be riffs on that. Just like what would the modern version? Because they
modern version of what?
of the Stamp Act would be because it wasn't just like mail like that they
Yeah.
it wasn't like literal stamps. It was like anything that was printed, whether it be like magazines or like pamphlets or whatever.
Yeah.
had to be on British stamped paper, and like that would all just go to the revenue to the crown.
I think it would be like like government phones and computers
exactly.
now.
Any
and if you
communication
post,
you had.
and if you get money from posting, it goes to Biden.
Yeah, yeah.
And and he's just using it to get it to sniff more girls' hair. You're like, what's going on? If I go viral,
Yeah.
I actually didn't know. I did think it was just on like letters and shit.
It was like all materials that would be dispersed, whether it was like for leisure or like official documents or anything, had to be on like special British stamped paper.
Leisure.
Yeah. Leisure.
Leisure.
But like it had to be on like their special revenue paper.
special revenue paper, SRP.
It had to be on
Yeah.
the SRP.
I wonder if it
Was
was
this
nice.
printed? Yeah, was this declaration printed on American paper? Doesn't count.
We don't
Sorry,
recognize
boys.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they taxed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
They're like, that'll be 30 pence.
Yeah.
And we'll read it once you pay.
Yeah.
This is an illegitimate declaration.
Yeah. Imagine having to rewrite something. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah, I thought it was just a tax on like chatting with your buddies.
I mean, it effectively was.
Yeah, I guess it was, but it was more than that.
Yeah, it was everything.
They were taxing. Yeah, it was stamps, sugar, tea. That's what everyone did back then. They just drank tea and wrote in red letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they did the Boston Tea Party, right? It was because of that? Because of the Stamp Act?
Yeah, I think it was because of the Stamp Act.
No, that was because of the tea tax, right? The sugar tax or something?
Oh, it was that too.
Was that included in the Stamp Act?
No, there was a tea tax, but it actually made tea cheaper.
Yeah.
Because there was
right.
Dutch tea or like other forms of tea coming in. So yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought it was just like more expensive tea. You can't hit the wall.
Sorry.
Is that what made that fall? I think it was.
Yeah, I went like that.
No, I think I have the tape. I mean,
I'll
watch you knock it down.
I'll place your bets right now.
All right.
Wager is in.
All right, I bet $1 that you hit the wall.
$1?
$1.
You got to bet more than that.
No.
Because I'm right. So it's got to be more.
I'll give you $1. Just shake my hand for $1. Okay. $1, folks.
Film it.
Hey.
Yep.
Go back.
Herschel, you want a side bet?
Yeah.
Who you with?
What are you going to parlay?
Fuck.
There's no way I hit the wall.
And
then I'm gonna see that it was actually Herschel hit it with his foot.
Yeah.
And then
Turned around.
Then you
like,
split
this wall.
You split the winnings.
You go back into the footage. You guys are looking away. I go.
Like, wait, why is that one?
I punched the wall. I didn't hit it.
Yeah. But yeah, it legitimized, even though it became cheaper.
Oh yes,
the tea became cheaper.
Tea became cheaper,
but it legitimized like the British taxing them.
Yeah.
Right. If you bought the tea, that meant that you acquiesced to the British tax.
Is this where he also?
What if there was any guy who was like, I need my tea, crossing the picket line?
Yeah.
He's like, I know. The tax
we're
is
throwing
wrong.
you in next.
The tax is wrong, but I need that tea.
It's the only thing I need.
Tea.
It's the only thing that ever since Mary left.
Yeah.
Helps me start
Tea
my
will never
day.
leave me.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you throwing it off? Go get it, Mary!
No, this guy's going. He's going through some stuff, boys.
He has a steeping.
His
fetish.
son was killed in the
He's like, I put the tea in my ass and I just let it go.
Wow,
That was the original. That was the original Zin.
Yeah, first enema.
He's putting
tea bag up
yeah,
there.
gum and tea bags.
Tea bags.
Getting that caffeine.
Yeah. That would work. I wonder if any like tea fiends did that because they were drinking so much tea.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was weird ways.
There's
to get tea in your body.
Boofing, just boofing some
boofing
tea.
tea. Yeah.
Heating up a spoon and injecting the tea directly into your veins.
Wasn't there like 4 drinks back then? You got water, tea, liquor.
Yeah.
Water, tea, beer.
Yeah. Next to the Boston Tea Party, there was the boofing tea party.
Yeah.
They were just these rowdy
Now remember, guys, do not infiltrate the boofing factory. That place is cool. That
we
place
like
is
them.
Very cool.
There's a few of the boofing guys on like canoes just opening their assholes for the tea to be thrown into.
Yeah. It's like skee ball.
Yeah.
So they dressed up very lightly as Native Americans. They had like a few feathers on their head. And like,
now we don't want to be offensive.
Yeah.
One feather top.
2 feathers max. We don't want to insult any chiefs.
Yeah. But they still had like Boston accents while they did it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
We're from the Chippewa. Yeah. That's what we're doing out here.
A guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is from my great grandfather."
I'm quarter Cherokee. I promise.
No disrespect. These taxes are brutal.
You just Bill Burr being mad about taxes. That's
also,
funny.
Sam loved it. There was a quote that said, "I said there was no happier day than dumping the tea."
Wow.
Yeah, he loved it. Which I don't know if he was directly involved, but he was probably watching from the sidelines, jerking off.
That makes sense.
I think he had one of those opera binoculars.
Yeah, just on a hill.
Because he was like a rich kid that became a revolutionary just because it was convenient.
Yeah, it's kind of
like felt like a badass.
Yeah, like when trust fund kids become like hippies.
Yeah.
Probably felt like the end of Fight Club when he's just watching all the credit card buildings be demolished. You know, he's on a hill watching the Tea Party. Did you know Massachusetts was the only one that didn't like fold to colonist protests? Every other colony with one of these taxes, the local British governor was like, all right, Jesus Christ, you don't have to pay. But Governor Hutchinson, Massachusetts was the only one that was like, you have to pay this tea tax. And that's why Massachusetts is like the hub.
Oh.
Yeah,
Massachusetts, one of the reasons.
Yeah, they felt all the pain of every tax because of Hutchinson. He was super serious about everything. Yeah,
you needed like a J.K. Simmons, character to forge these revolutionaries, just like a hardo.
Yeah.
To amplify their discontent, So the ships landing in Boston Harbor were ready to be unloaded and the taxes collected, but they wouldn't let them unload the tea. So Adams called a meeting. Thousands came to the meeting. And when the governor said no ships leaving, Adams said, "This meeting can do nothing further to save the country," which some people thought was the signal for the Tea Party to begin, which is not true. But then a bunch of people left the meeting, and like Adams wasn't done talking. So he's like, whoa, wait, come back. I got a few of you guys owe me taxes.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for my closer.
And if
Some sweet lines coming up, boys.
if Jonathan, Henry, and Derek would stay after, you guys owe me some money.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we gotta go. Putting on their feathers. They're like, what?
I'm not John. I'm Dump's tea.
Maybe he had other ideas of what to do with the tea instead of dump it. He's like, I needed to sell that to get the malting back in business. You know what I mean? Maybe he was going to confiscate it, steal it, sell it for himself. I don't know. I just feel like he maybe had some other ideas than dumping it.
I also imagine like the people on the ships like coming traveling all that way, and then they get to America and they're like, no, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Did they let them off? Were they like, could we at least maybe get some ham or something in town?
The tea, fine.
Yeah,
I am famished.
I think they would let. I don't think they let the tea come off. I feel like the people were allowed off.
But I feel like they were pissed. That's what I wonder is how strict were they?
Oh, true.
They come into America, they're like, I wonder what it's going to be like. And then they see all their old friends dressed as Indians, and they're like, what is going on here? What do you mean we can't get off the boat?
Yeah.
This place is weird. Why do they like it?
Yeah, times are changing over here.
Yeah.
No one's wearing shirts.
And I wonder if some of them thought they saw them dumping the tea, and they're like, that's what they do with it?
Yeah.
They don't drink
They
it
are
here?
weird.
They dump it here, huh? It's kind of like an axe throwing room.
Wonder if the fish were going nuts for the next few days.
Yeah, they're swimming around in green tea.
Yeah, yeah. Fastest fucking fish in the in the 13, baby. Have you seen our Boston tuna?
Yeah. They're fucking fast, bro.
Yeah, you blink and you miss it.
The Swift.
Yeah. Speaking of tuna,
Hey.
what's up, buddy? Here, come here. Come on.
Hello.
All right. I had one before we look at the outline. I had one quick thing that I remembered about the Boston Tea Party and mob justice in general. Even though Samuel Adams was obviously in favor of splitting with Britain, he couldn't always sign off on mob justice, which is like it seems like a problem politicians have. You know, is they have to like galvanize their supporters to stand up for what they think is right. But like mobs are. He's like, no mobs. Mobs are scary, you know, because like if mobs are a quick way to end up with your head in a basket, you know, like mobs result in the leaders being killed.
Yeah, they generally go after the leader.
You know what I mean? So he was in favor of the Tea Party, but in terms of other mobs, he was like, don't come after me.
Yeah, I don't want my head being paraded around on a stick throughout town.
Yeah, right. I think I think that was a thing that they were concerned about. Maybe you could speak to this. I don't know if you did much like constitutional law or whatever, but when they were making the Constitution and everything, they wanted to give people a lot of rights, but not so many that democracy turns into like anarchy. Wasn't that a concern? That's why they have like the Electoral College.
Yeah.
And instead of the direct vote. I feel like a concern with democracy is that it just becomes mob rule.
Yeah. I think that had to do with like the actual framing of it, and that's why it was like John Adams especially he's like a not the modern party term, but he's like a Republican in that like wanting to protect the minority rights too. So it's not just like the majority gets to make all the decisions. Like that
tyranny
was, like,
of the majority.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
so he was like
he was
big into that, like making sure the rights and ideas of the minority are also protected, and that's why like it's annoying now, but that's why like even just to, like get a law passed takes fucking forever because of like the chambers you have to go through and the amount of votes you need, but then also like the checks.
A law passed.
Yeah, like just the checks and balances that each branch has on each other. So yeah, I think the mob rule was a reason why it's not just like direct democracy. That's like why we don't have that.
Yeah, because you want a mob.
that.
You want a mob if they're on your side.
Yeah,
But as soon as they're not, then you're in big trouble.
Yeah, a mob is a mob.
Yeah, they're gonna like set
Yeah.
your horse on fire.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah.
Wait, who's doing it? Our mob? All right, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Their mob? No, that's not constitutional.
Yeah.
Dude. That's not cool.
What do you mean?
They can't have mobs.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
What do you mean?
No mobs for them.
What do you mean the mob? I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that. Doesn't sound like it belongs to me. They're not on my team. I did have a question about the because you mentioned the framers of the Constitution. We know that who is it? Who were the framers?
Oh, for Declaration or Constitution?
I guess I guess they both.
Yeah, well, that's funny because the Declaration of Independence, like John Adams had written kind of like the precursor for like Massachusetts, kind of. Well, the Constitution, I guess, for Massachusetts. But between him and John Adams, they were deciding who was going to write the Declaration, and it kind of seems like the kid that didn't want to do like the work in the project, because like Thomas was like No, like John should do it, and John's like, dude, I'm not as cool as you, man.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
you're just like a better writer than me. And then they made Jefferson write it. So like Jefferson was really the one that wrote the whole Declaration. He's like, fuck, I gotta do this.
Yeah, I got homework. Trying to go out tonight.
Yeah. You have to go to like his estate in Virginia and just like fucking stay up writing.
Babe, do we have any Adderall or?
Yeah. Do we have any boufing tea?
Yeah, I need to stay up.
Yeah.
You're so good at declaring.
Yeah.
When you declare, people listen.
Yeah.
I guess here's my question: If TJ and John Adams framed the Constitution, who wrote it?
Hey.
I mean, how many guys does it take to put a piece of paper in a frame?
How many wigs do you need?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey. Yeah.
That was it.
Maybe I could insert this quick Hancock fun fact we found
me.
really
Speaking
quick. John Hancock, biggest sig on the deck. He died.
Smallest dick. Probably.
That's what they say about a big sig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Ford F-250.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that version. Have you
Yeah.
seen his signature?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah,
Covers like half the page.
it's a pretty big J. Don't know
Yeah.
how the D is gonna look.
That's a that's a
Ink
master.
guzzler.
Hope you eat pussy as well as you eat up the page.
They say his.
You really gobbled up half this doc. You know how much this paper costs?
Well, people need to read.
Yeah.
I'm just making it easy for them. Show us your dick right now, Jeff. Hancock died from a quill-related injury.
What?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
How do you have? What do you mean? Do you have any more?
Yeah, quill poked him,
Oh.
and John Hancock had the biggest. So he's probably getting
Yeah.
warming up for that big sig, and he
Uh-huh.
poked himself, and it got infected, and he died.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
Yeah, first tattoo maybe, some ink went in there. And,
That's very
Stick
funny.
and poke and die.
yeah,
They must have been so mad when they saw his signature on there.
yeah, they're like,
They're
dude.
like, John, there's like 40 of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably like when you do the happy birthday.
Yeah,
too
yeah.
big happy, and
Yeah.
everybody's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like the first to write in the yearbook. No,
Oh, yeah.
Now it doesn't look like you have any other friends.
yeah.
No, he told me to make it big, you know, because not a lot of people.
Also,
are
I would
gonna
make it if I was the first guy.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
sign it. Was he the first guy? He was the best with signature for sure.
I think he was the first.
He
Yeah?
took up the
Yeah.
big amount of space.
Nice.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. You ever flip that thing over? Who else signed it?
Yeah.
At the bottom corner, it says 1 of 2.
There was one sole Catholic signer, which was like a big deal.
Whoa.
Like they let a Catholic sign
Wow.
the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal. He probably got the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking sign that.
It's funny that it was a big deal because wasn't England was Protestant, right?
Yeah.
They're trying
So
to
they
get-
were all, I think, Protestants too.
Yeah, they're Puritan, super Protestant.
Yeah. And then there was one Catholic.
It's where you're fighting for all this like I don't know, rights, equality, representation, and you're like gonna be mad about the Catholic.
Yeah. They let him sign though.
Yeah, that's
They
cool.
probably thought they were real
Yeah.
progressive letting him sign.
Yeah, I think John Adams probably
Yeah.
was like, guys.
Like,
Come
even
on.
Mr. Carrollton sign it.
You
Yeah.
can sign 3/5 of your name.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stop midway through the last.
And that's where the initials were invented. Ooh. I found a loophole. Just
Yeah,
put my
yeah.
initials. Son of a bitch.
I also think the whole no taxation without representation thing. I've never really felt represented when I pay my taxes. You know?
Yeah.
When did that actually start?
I do have
happening?
Medicaid, so maybe that's
Yeah,
something.
There you
that's
go.
something.
That's
Yeah, be
something.
grateful.
Yeah.
I am grateful,
Yeah,
but I would like it if the government mandated, like an hour every day for video games, and,
Yeah.
and they changed the white walk guy sign to just a silhouette of Jessica Rabbit. I would feel represented then.
That's what you want?
That's
Those
all
are
I
the
want.
2 things you want.
That's all I want.
the
It's not a
government.
lot. It
What?
feels like with my tax, so like when I file my taxes, there should be a comment section that you can
Notes,
add, like,
yeah.
and if you guys wouldn't mind
Yeah.
making the crosswalk signs a little sexier.
Make it more fun.
Yeah, just a little more fun.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
That's fair.
You know,
I get it.
that's my representation that I want. What would you guys advocate when you filed your taxes?
I would like no job.
No
paid.
job.
Yeah, I would like you can apply for a union to chase an artist union, and if you're good enough, you don't need a job.
Mm.
If
So
your
they
jokes,
pay you?
if your jokes are good enough to like get JF, like something like that, it's like no, he's good. He's got an internal artist visa,
Okay.
and then you get a government allowance.
That'd be funny to imagine, like the government auditions. for
Yeah,
that.
and
There's,
they're
like
just
an
like-
audition for that.
Yeah, and the auditions are always still rigged. They're like
Yeah.
60. I don't have anything that's gonna be good for them.
yeah.
A tight 5, but one of them falls asleep at 4. So you might wanna
Do your closer first.
yeah.
Trust
So
me,
strong.
dude. Yeah. If you wake them up, you're passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No stuff about insider trading. They hate
Yeah,
that.
they're a little. Yeah.
What about you, Herschel?
That was like a very real one. That was like a very legit. That's a good one. Like now I need to thread the needle between Jessica Rabbit and an artist reunion that supports artists.
Well, then you'd probably be beholden to the government if they were. You would feel beholden to the government. You'd be like, I don't
not on like unemployment. That's what I feel like. Like you get a stipend of money.
You think it would have like a censoring effect on like
probably
you would riff on?
Yeah, you probably couldn't shit on fucking Eric Adams.
Yeah, well, that takes away an hour of my material. I'm a big shitting on Aaron Adams guy. Yeah.
All right, we can go to the outline and what else we got here. What do we want to get into? Do we want to talk more about Hancock and their feud? You looked up some Hancock stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how funny it is, but it is interesting.
Just say
how they like formed their allyship, because like John Hancock was like super wealthy and actually good at being wealthy.
Liked money.
And he liked money, and
what a weirdo.
He was very shrewd in how he chose his sides. Like he was kind of a loyalist, and like he was cool with the Brits because they like knew that he was like an influential rich guy and he would normally pay his taxes and stuff.
But Sam tried to get him.
Yeah, Sam tried to get him. He had no real reason to like become friends with Sam, but then some of the taxes actually affected his like finances and his like the trade that he was doing. So like Sam Adams was against the taxes from like a constitutional perspective, like, hey, we're not represented in Parliament in England. It should be like the colonial delegates here that decide whether we get taxed or not. But then John Hancock was like, yeah, that. Also, I'm losing a lot of money because of these taxes. And so Sam Adams started.
He's a rich Democrat.
Yeah, he honestly is kind of like the modern figure of like the
Soros,
like elite liberals like today.
Yeah,
because he like became friends with Sam. And he's like, okay, yeah, no, actually, the Boston Massacre was fucked up. Like, yeah, let's like, I'll help your rebellion a little bit. But then Hutchinson, who you were talking about earlier, the governor, he like would try to sway him away from Sam Adams' like influence. And then Sam Adams got really mad when he found out that like, even though this guy claimed to be a radical, John Hancock, he like went to like the funeral of one of like the like massacre guys. That, like, he's like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, dude, I gotta show face, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, this is helping.
Who
us.
is that?
Yeah.
Who is that fucking cop who was tried for?
Chauvin?
Chauvin. Yeah, he went to Chauvin's.
Yeah, it's like
funeral.
a BLM like kind of funder going to like that like thing. Be like, I'm sorry, this happened.
We love you, Derek. Is that Hancock? He's like, fuck. Is there a bathroom I can hide in?
Yeah, so like it was kind of this like he was towing the line between like loyalist and then also like revolutionary, and then he kind of went fully on like the Sam Adams train.
But just because it benefited him.
Yeah, because it benefited him.
Yeah, I think I read that Sam or John or both also didn't love just how he dressed.
Yeah.
Which for the time he was like a 1700s hype beast. He would wear like
Hancock?
he would wear like a velvet fucking pea coat or whatever.
Front fanny pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shades with the lines through them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just thought he was this like rich, out of touch, like basically British.
Yeah. It's funny, like there was a mob coming because they would like kind of attack like super wealthy people's like houses that like claimed to be like pro colonies, but then like they would side with the British. And then there was one going on the way to Hancock's house.
Wow.
And he like always feared this. He's like, oh fuck, like they're mad at me right now. And then they ended up coming to like celebrate him because like they liked that what he like was against, like that he was going against the British. And so he's like, oh, party at mine.
Nice.
And then he threw this huge party and like opened up all these like cases of wine, and then they called him like King Hancock.
Wow.
From then on.
Well, no wonder he signed it so big.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he's probably hammered.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
No, he's like, no, I'm proving that that you shouldn't kill me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not with them.
He played the game. And Sam Adams also used him though, because he was like younger. He was like 20 years younger than Sam Adams. And
yes, Sam Adams, big old man.
Yeah. And so he's like, okay, let's use this guy as like the face. And he was like very charismatic and like rich and wealthy. And so they like kind of used each other
nice.
in this like interesting way.
Yeah. Funny thing about my back.
Yeah.
It's located on my
Located
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
I love that he didn't know that they were for him.
Yeah, he like really wasn't sure.
Wow. So in his heart, he was like, God, fuck these poor people.
Yeah, but I gotta pretend to be one.
Yeah. He's like, you're here for, oh, you like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's some wine. Here's some claws.
You guys ever had that before?
Yeah, it's fizzy, right? It's kind of cool.
The guy takes out a sword and he's like, here it comes. And then he's like, kneel, and he knights him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was close.
He hides all his British flags. I'll be right back. He goes upstairs.
These are for burning.
Washes them.
Yeah. He has shirtless aristocrat by the month calendars.
Away.
People holding up like dead quail.
Yeah, he does
shirtless.
a fat head of the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The kicker.
just reams and reams of British paper.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh,
This is toilet paper.
Yeah, I wiped my ass with this damn back paper.
We got there.
So what else do we got about Sam Adams before we move on to Johnny
I may have
Adams
some
scene?
funky. Let me see if I have any funky facts.
I have a quick Beantown fact. There's
Hit
a
me.
Beantown pub where you can get a drink in Boston. It's called the Beantown Pub, and they say come drink a cold Sam Adams while looking at a cold Sam Adams because it overlooks the graveyard.
Oh,
So
shit.
this one of the slogans
Clever.
is like, yeah, pretty clever. Do you think he would be for or against that, or wouldn't care? I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think he'd like that. I think like he liked being liked.
He did.
So I think that was like the only thing he really had going for him. So it's like, yes, drink a beer and look at my dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like into it.
Apparently, his famous last words were, "What a glorious morning."
Sick.
Yeah.
That's
He
awesome.
just got head.
Yeah.
He's like, what a glorious
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great last words.
Did give away beer to get support. So this may be another reason why the Maltery went down. He'd be like, and vote for me. We didn't talk about his wife dying. Was that Sam, right?
I don't know about his wife.
Sam's wife died. He loved her. Like
Yeah.
a lot. And
Yeah.
then she died. They had 6 kids. She dies, and that's what drove him more into politics.
Oh.
Barry should have gone to therapy. But
Yeah.
luckily
no, hey,
he
glad we
Yeah,
didn't have
luckily he
therapy.
did.
Glad
Yeah.
therapy was still gay back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Some-
gay.
Some say it still is today.
What do you think
My
throwing the
therapist does.
tea
Yeah.
represents for you? It's like, all right, I won't throw it off. That's
Yeah.
right.
Who is the tea in
Yeah.
this
Who's
plan?
the tea?
I did.
My dad.
Yeah. Who- yeah.
Do you think there's certain memories you'd like to throw overboard?
Yeah. What's the
dig-
trauma?
Let's dig
Most
into
people who
those.
want to throw tea do have trauma deep
yeah,
down.
Yeah. I did. My therapist is a guy, and recently when we started, with, like,
Not mine is too.
he did a guided meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and a part of me was like, "Get out of my fucking head, dude! This is a little too intimate." You know, he's
Yeah.
like having me focus on my breaths. I'm like, "You're in me,"
Yeah.
you know.
I-
He's also a gay man, so that was probably a little bit
That was
too.
on the mind.
Did he say, yeah, we're going to do a guided meditation?
We're gonna do a gay guided meditation. Yeah.
Breathe in. Now snap.
3 snaps. Hold.
Slow yas.
That's why you're so comfortable sitting on that thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
done
be
a lot of
yeah,
work.
there we go.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of
It's
work.
Guided.
That'd be a fun, you put this finger.
Yeah.
The ceremonial
Don't focus on the
finger.
finger.
Yeah, and then he has the remote.
Yeah,
he has the
yeah,
remote across
yeah,
the
yeah.
Zoom. Yep.
You're going to hear some whirring and feel so.
That'll be your point of focus for this meditation. See what I said.
Think of a gay name, a gay yoga place name. Namyaste. All right.
Yeah, stay.
Nice.
That's it. That's all I had.
All right, I think last thing with Sam is we don't know a ton about him because he burned a lot of shit.
He did. Yeah, he didn't. Yes. He burned a lot of stuff. And I think the main thing was he was involved in a lot of the revolution, and a lot of the things that he wrote included his friends. So he wanted, if he got caught, he was like, I'll go down with the ship. I don't want anybody else to be incriminated. So I'll burn all my stuff to make sure that
Not a
nobody
snitch.
else. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
exactly. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He would have
Didn't
burned.
even want to be tempted to snitch.
Yeah. And there was I guess a famous scene where he was burning things and Jefferson was there. I mean, John Adams was there, and he was like, "What are you? A little overboard." And he's like, "No, I'm never going to have anybody else blamed." So he'd be the only one at the guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's pretty cool.
That
It
is
is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the Continental Congress that John saw him. Like, everyone's leaving, like, hey, good meeting, good democracy. And then Sam is just like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. These are all my letters. I don't know. I see a picture of boobs.
No, those are just
no.
hentai doodles. Nothing relevant.
An octopus on that one.
Help me
Yes,
focus.
It's a symbol. And also, I think
Well, it's a cut up octopus, like the colonies.
Hey.
13 arms.
Yeah. And we're the woman getting fucked.
The octopus is inside of everybody.
Yes.
It's a symbol.
Look at the wig on the octopus.
My octopus squirter. I think he also, I mean, he was such a weird guy that I'm sure he also had a little bit of like, he liked being aloof. He didn't seem like he seemed like he had joy in kind of being like a
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
Totally. John was like, Sam, you got to collect your papers. You gotta like people want to hear about the revolution. You were at the forefront of it. This is going to be so important for history. And Sam was like, I'll do it. And just like the taxes, it never happened. He just never collected them, never really cared. You know?
He
Which
really,
is, I think, probably the bad businessman thing. Maybe he's a little ADD.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he was? Yeah, he got
You know,
fired
like,
up
we'll do
about
the T, the stamps, this thing. You know, he got fired up about specific shit. But then when it came time for just quiet reflection and consolidation of thoughts,
Tell you what, that
not
guy
happening.
opened his closet. Hampers full of laundry. This guy does not seem like he's getting anything done besides politics.
Pretty messy.
Yeah.
The lack of therapy is good in his case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he knew how to process his thoughts, he would just like stay.
If a cold shower would have been around, this guy would have been pretty normal. Dang it, I just lost my trail of thought. Do you think he would have been better known? There's still so much you can look up on everybody else, but nobody really knows. You still only know a couple of things.
Well, you know, other people got to determine how history views them, but Sam didn't give himself that benefit, I guess, by not writing it himself. Like he wrote, obviously we have some of his
There's some
shit.
papers that you can go and read.
Right, but apparently there was a ton more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just didn't think it was that good. Like he read other people's. And he's like, fuck, John.
Yeah.
John's really eloquent, man.
I'm a hack.
He's like, no, it's because I don't want to snitch on you guys. He's like, this shit fucking sucks.
Yeah, it is.
All my premises are taken.
All of his letters are like, the dictionary defines revolution as a radical change.
Yeah. Have you read Thomas Jefferson's shit about revolution? It's similar. You just might want to hear it. You might want to check it out. It's a little similar.
Maybe cut the dictionary thing.
Yeah,
it's a little overplayed.
It's like, fuck, this one sucks.
Yeah. Maybe he was just shitty at articulating it.
Or maybe there was never any papers and he burnt it as all a front.
I like that.
What are you burning? All my papers that I wrote.
Just leaves.
Yeah.
Pine cones.
Yeah.
I run on, this is American shit. You guys still writing on British paper?
Yeah.
I'm writing on American leaves. Just has bark.
Yeah.
It's carving into bark. We can get into John Adams. I don't know much about John Adams. What do you guys want to talk about him?
Here's a fun thing about when he was president. He would start every morning by walking around the White House. Guess. What would he do walking around the White House?
Naked?
Naked.
Whoa.
Every morning.
The way you phrased it, it was
naked,
like it's got to be naked.
Yeah, at the perimeter of the outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
He said it was good for the body. Probably, I'm sure he was into...
A little voyeurism?
Yeah, a little exhibitionism.
Yeah, exhibitionism.
That guy's got to be hard walking around.
Yeah.
Imagine you see the president walking around.
Gross.
You can't say anything.
Yeah.
You can't complain.
Yeah, no.
He's like, this is my house. This is my backyard.
It's good for you. Now watch. That was his morning routine.
The other delegates and shit, their nickname for him, because he was like non-rugged American in his approaches to things, like almost a little too British. They called him his royal rotundity because he was a little pudgester.
Damn.
Yeah, that probably got... I mean,
That's
that was
way better than Sam the Maltster.
Yeah, his royal rotundity. And he's like, guys, stop.
It's
my fucking metabolism, okay?
Yeah.
I
got a thyroid thing, don't you?
What's up, everybody? If you want to check out the rest of this ep, we continue talking about John Adams, how fat he was, how smart he was, and what his dick looks like. So if you want to check out those conversations, go to patreon.com// I don't know, Google Patreon Overshadowed podcast. I don't know who types in websites anymore. It's Google is the website. It'll tell you where it is. Google's like, okay, I'm not going to do riffs about Google. I just go, please sign up for the Patreon. I need to make this financially viable or I can't keep doing it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. We love you. Hope you enjoyed. And now for the credits. Go follow Harshil Shukla on Instagram at ShoeClaw. Shoe as in shoe, claw as in white claw. Follow me at Zach Russell Comedy, at Charles_Angle, at Overshadowed podcast. Overshadowed_pod. Again, just Google all this shit. Okay? Thank you.